welcome to Her Time Now. I'm Lil and I'm glad that you could join me again today. Today I'd like to talk about why, for me in particular, menopause is a superpower and why this phase of my life is an opportunity to really reinvent myself, to discover new passions, to perhaps look at old passions that I want to reignite going forward, and a chance for me to really stop and pause and look at what do I want the second half of my life to look like. Because as Dr. Lisa Mosconi describes in her book, The Menopause is actually a rewiring of the brain. It's a renovation of the brain. It's not just about the shutting down of the ovaries. It's actually where the brain takes center stage. And with that provides an opportunity for us to take stock, to stop and to have the time and the insight, I suppose, to look at where we want to go forward, what we want our life to look like. It's a gateway to a new chapter, it's a powerful opportunity for transformation, and I've decided why not take this time and this opportunity to set the second half of my life up to be exactly the way I want it to be. When we are in our childbearing years, the hormones that we predominantly in our bodies are innately geared to help us to be nurturing and to be a bit selfless and self-sacrificing, I suppose, which serves us great when we're raising children, which is what we need. But when those hormones change, as Dr. Christine Northrup describes in her fantastic book, The Wisdom of Menopause, those hormones, once they start to decrease, provide us an opportunity and I suppose force us in some way to really re-look at and have the time and the go inside ourselves to ask the questions of is this what I want going forward? Is my life how I want it to be going forward? And for me, there are some things that I would like to tick off my to-do list, and one of them is this YouTube channel, which I'm having a great deal of fun doing. I've always wanted to create a YouTube channel, but I've not had the time, the know-how or the courage, I suppose, to do it. And now I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose. So that's why I'm here. And I'm also wanting to connect with other women and share our stories and offer each other support, to share our wisdom and to just be a guide for each other to navigate this tumultuous, exciting time of our lives. I also think that historically, women after the age of 50, and I'm talking 1800s, were really perceived as old hags, old wart-nosed witches, and wasn't very flattering. And now, 1800s, there was a shift to view women in their 50s and 60s and 70s, etc., as more of a grandma type figure, you know, the old lady with the apron on and the old lady. She was still an old lady. Thankfully now, in this day and age, there's been a huge shift in the mindset of people, and that women in their 50s are vibrant and they're sexy and they're full of life and they have lots and lots to share to each other, to society, and particularly a responsibility, in my opinion, to model for our younger generation, our younger women, our daughters and our nieces and just the younger generation, to demonstrate to them that life after 50 is exciting and it's full of opportunities, and we have our time back now. We've regained the opportunity to spend time on the things that we love to do and the things that are really important to us that maybe we put on the back burner. I certainly know myself that I did, and that's fine, and that's the way it was, and I'm happy that I've done that, because that was my purpose. My purpose was always to be a mother, and I was clear on that. When I turned 50, post-menopause in particular, now I'm 55, it's really offered me an opportunity to look at myself and reevaluate, what do I want my purpose to be going forward? I want my purpose to be something that lights me up, that makes my heart sing, and that also demonstrates and is a role model to my girls in particular, that Mum has still something to offer, and there's still so much that I want to do and achieve, and I would like and just discover passions that perhaps I've not had the courage or the time or the finances to pursue. In my situation, women that went before me, my aunties, my mother, my grandmother, and just older women in general that have been in my life, weren't very forthcoming in talking about the menopause, the change, and all that it entails, all its trials and all its tribulations. And for me, it was certainly a very tumultuous time, and I'm thankful that that part of my life is now over. It was a huge transition period, and there were some good points and there was some not so good points, but all in all, I have come through it, and I'm now on the other side of it, and I'm wanting to go forward, have no regrets, move forward with my life and be healthy, and I have some bucket list items that I want to tick off. One of them is to create this YouTube channel and to get better at the editing and the whole thing that comes with content creation, because I'm not that great at it at the moment, as you can probably tell, but anyway, we'll get better as we go, hopefully. I'd really love to share our stories. I'd love if you would comment on anything that you've heard tonight, and what are your passions? What are the things that you are endeavouring to have a go at and really bringing to the forefront of your life? What do you want your life to look like in the second half of your life when you're 70 and you're 80? Do you have a desire to reinvent yourself, or do you simply have a desire to just continue and enhance the life that you already have? And that's great, and I'm envious of those people, because for me, I've not had such a great first half, apart from a few very positives, which is number one, my children. But I've had some really shitty stuff that's happened, and I'm embracing the opportunity to be able to just dump that bag there and leave it and go, yes, that happened and all that stuff happened, but it doesn't mean I have to cart it with me for the rest of the second half of my life. So turning 50 and being through menopause and having the time to stop and decide consciously what I want the next half of my life to look like, and be the creator of my own destiny, I suppose, for want of a better word. So I'd love if you would join me in this journey. I'm excited about where this channel takes me and what avenues it opens up and connections that hopefully I can make. I believe that it's an opportunity, and it's important to really connect with other women and share our stories, so we feel supported and we feel like that things that we're experiencing are completely normal and are different for a lot of us, and that's okay and it's great, and we might be able to hopefully learn some things from each other, but most of all to support, to connect, to share our wisdom and our stories. So if you've liked anything that you've heard tonight, please like and subscribe, so I know that I'm on the right track and that I can continue to make these videos. I have lots of ideas of content that I'd like to share. I have stories of my own life that I'd really like to share, and maybe some of you can relate to those things. But please like and subscribe, please leave a comment, and I really look forward to walking this journey with you. So thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.